What's going on, everybody? We are walking through Navy Pier. I'm finally home, so I'm going to check out my car Zeus, which is in a show at Navy Pier, part of the Claremont collection. Technically, it's a collaboration with the Meekum Auto Auction. So let's go see or get some looks from this event. Let's go. I'm in here with the little one, aka the cameraman when I was out of town, or should I say MIA, missing in action. But we gonna walk around and take a look at some of these cars. Some of these cars you've seen for other car shows, like the pace car Camaro right here, but it's still a beautiful car. Of course, in the background, we got Chet Z06. I'm over here somewhere. You'll see Zeus shortly, but let's get a look. This is like the Meekum Auto Auction side. These are some nice old school cars. You know I'm not a huge old school fan, but we gonna roll with it. We got the Chevy Caprice, the 1969 Chevelle. There's something about the Chevelle that just gets people, especially with the big back tires. You know they racing. You know they racing. Can't convince it that they're not. We got this long right here, like I said, whoop, over Justin. We got Chet's Z06 with the Aerolar wheels. You see it. Chet's Z06 with the two-piece forged wheels. We've seen this one before. You all know it. And then right over there is Zeus. In all his glory, as my son say, in all his glory. With the top drop, so you can see its convertible action in this bad boy. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you know we're doing our thing on YouTube. Look at how Zeus is shining. He doesn't get the right appeal, but it's still a nice look. But another Corvette, so see the other Corvette. But let's swing back around. Let's see what else we got in attendance. Now, I'm sorry, I had to look at this right here, this shaker setup, because I've never seen it before. So as you see, the 6-pack goes into the ram shaker, and that's how the charger gets air. That's how the air comes in the hood scoops. So you see that? The hood scoops feed into the air that hits the carburetor. You're learning something right here. We're learning something. It's that old school technology back in the day when I was younger, not a kid anymore. But a beautiful purple on that car. To me, it's more of an old school car thing, but I'm gonna roll with it. It is what it is. You're looking at the cars, we see lots of drop tops. That's what makes the parties pop. The color supreme. But what you really want to see is like we come on in, this color scheme right here, this reminds me of Doc's Thunderbird. It was the same color, but it was a lot smaller. But look at this. Look at this. So now what's funny is I actually met a guy who had one of these. His was gray, and we went through a whole video on it. I gotta find it. He was telling me about this car, how there are not that many made. It was like a Rolls-Royce competitor, but it's actually like I think a Chrysler engine or something in it. It was an 80s car. He had a great story behind it. I actually recorded a video with him talking about it. You don't see those every day. And that's what I was trying to say to your mother. El Camino Battleship. 1960 El Camino.
Is that the color? I don't know.
But like I said, we just walking around enjoying what's left of the car show. There were more cars, but some people, they kind of consolidated. As you see, the F5, the F6, those were markers for other cars. Now we have the Corvette. You know what Corvette this is? You wanna go take a look and see if you know? But what does that mean? The very first. It's a 1953, so I think this is a Gen 2. This should be a C2. It's a 1953, so I think this is a Gen 2. Yeah, this is a C2. The very first was a 1953 Corvette.
The original price was $50,000.
Yep.
I mean, that's why everything was like cheaper.
Yeah, the first Corvette was in 1953. Think about that. What's this? This is the very first Corvette. This one is a 1957.
You can even see what the old.
Yep. The first Corvette was in 1953. It's 1957. This was 4 years after the first one came out. But this is a C1. Original price $3,406. 283 horsepower. But this is the very first Corvette body style, followed by that one.
So like those are next to each
Huh? Yep. But that's history in the making right there, son. But now you see. And what they got in between.
Curtis.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. I wouldn't mind having this for old school. You just don't break it out every day. 1949.
This car.
Yep, this is what's car from back in the day. But the thing is, finding these cars will make it hard. And that's a Corvette. I like these too. The Packard, my bad. The Caribbean edition. This is the one everybody wanted. Like, this is a popular car back in the day. Yep.
I kind of like the way this purple is.
Like the color. 56 Lincoln Premier.
That's so much the color, but like it's not like a nice ocean.
Yeah.
It's like mad long for no reason.
All cars were long back then. Look at them. Because back then, you wanted to put stuff in the trunk. People were, they took the car, the purpose of the car was to get rid of the horse and carriage. So you were used to hauling a lot of stuff. So the cars had to be big. That's why.
Cars you see the movie, like people sitting on the back.
Yeah, and this is like on the hood and all that stuff. That's why everything was big in that time.
I'm just trying to know it's a little
Thing, huh?
competitiveness.
And so, this is what I was talking about right here. This is what Doc had.
Where was that teal color?
It was the color that right there. You remember it? Don't.
That's like silver.
Yeah, this is. I wish he was still alive. I would have that car. I would take it to car shows. Like, I need an old school dollar. Let's break it out. Mm-hmm. They let our car in because Chet trying to advertise his wheels. So that's why you got the Dodge Charger and so forth. It's just a transition. It's a car show. But like I said, I like this.
This is
Yeah. You know what that is? The B stands for. That's why you see the Bentley Speed 8. These are rare cars. Just like this right here. What you think that is? Yes, what do you think that is from first glance? Look at the doors. This is a 19th anniversary sale.
That's what the rates are?
Nope. The base, this is why Rolls Royce is built. Rolls Royce is a race. It's a Rolls Royce race. But the doors are what? Just like the race. Suicide. This is Rolls Royce. How Rolls Royce is the richest car.
Why are they called suicide?
Because they open. You see the Somalis?
I think they speak German down there. Those actually really fucking.
Because they call suicide doors. Because people throw their arms back and they just commit suicide. Fucked up, ain't it? Did you see the rest? You learning something though, right? This car was actually at the auto show. Me and dude got to an argument about this car. This is the car. I thought that was a auto show. This is literally the car.
I feel like something about the bubble makes you feel safe.
Really? I don't know why you would feel that way about the bubble, but this is nice though.
Go up.
Probably. But I think the bubble has to come off to even get in and drive it. Most of these cars are really just for show. Not really drivable. But this is called a bubble top. Like there's no real drive, but like in this bubble you would get hot. So
I can probably tell, but that's
I'm saying I'm bold enough to ride around like that. Like letting it just sparkle and flip like that.
that specific color.
Not that specific color. But it would definitely be something different. You got the TV in it. You see the TV? First TV in the car?
You're not watching anything on that TV now.
That's old black and white, huh? Supposed to be wood. See how the bubble top goes up now? You get in it? That should be hot. You'll be cooking in there, son.
Yeah, it's split down in this.
You'll be cooking in there, son. What's this? Nomad. They talk about this car all the time.
That is a camera.
Yeah,
That's 4 seats right there.
yeah. It's one of them cars where you gotta have a family. Well, you gotta understand too, Justin. Back in the day, what's that right there? Huh? What?
That's a low.
How you know?
Well, why I see it, it has the angel.
That's called the spirit of ecstasy.
What?
The spirit of ecstasy.
Ecstasy?
Yes.
Like that?
Yep. That is the name of it. That's the Rolls Royce badge. So,
They want to ride in?
that's a Phantom 2 Skiff.
Skiff body road.
That's actual wood, son. I know you ain't supposed to touch it, but that is actual wood. That's actual wood.
Hit a ride in there.
Huh?
I kind of like it.
The shagging wagon?
Yeah, it has like
The mystery machine?
seats all around. It's nice.
We're going to talk about that in a second. But I want you to see, so you got to think about it. Back in the day, what do you know about back in the day?
What do I know about back in the day?
What do you know about back in the day? Think about this. I'm going to turn to you, son. How many brothers and sisters Riri got? What'd you say? Think about it. So let's do this right here. You ready? You got grandma. You got granddad. You just trying to say? So you had cars like this because what? The families are what?
Large.
It was large. Think about your grandma. You got Kevin, you got Katina, you got the twins, you got Danny. Then you got her brother that you didn't know about that passed away when I was a little kid.
I see why they would have so many.
So these cars was because back then families were what? They were large. And that's why this plays a part. But the thing about it, you know why families were large back then?
Was that after the baby boom?
No, it was because in order to survive, you need workers, and people didn't have money to pay for anybody, so they had kids to help. So before that, you had large families, and the families worked together. The family was the business. So only we have gotten away from that.
Freaking despicable me car for a short. Got one car. It's a big black.
Got the Skytrack. The
This
Poison.
must be a plane. Plane car.
Or something.
ARC hybrid vehicle.
ARC hybrid. I like that though.
That is.
I would call it, if I had that, I would call that Dracula.
What is this? Oh, is this just a window in there?
Like a window. This is the back seat.
What is the need for all this space for?
So you can see.
They couldn't just move it up?
True. But wait, it's like you're about to go back in time. You want to ride a DeLorean?
I mean, it's probably not anything special.
It's not. It barely goes 80 miles an hour. Like, we were doing more than that coming here. It just looks different. Now, this right here, this is a gem. This is really a gem. I would love to own this just like this. I would put some different wheels on. I would take this to car show. This is my car show car.
Does Chet make cars for other cars?
Who?
Racing cars, Chet.
Make wheels. He make wheels for anybody. That is a LS Swole.
Okay.
That's a Corvette engine on that side.
So that's usually not what's in there?
Yeah. I'm just saying it's a Corvette engine. And that's why I was saying your grandfather. You can LS swap it, put a Corvette engine in it, but do you want to do that? I don't want it to sound like a Corvette. But this thing is beautiful with the suicide doors. I like this. I would really do this. You hear what I'm trying to say? That's a beautiful thing.
This one came with the motorcycle or they bought one?
They painted the match. That's a Harley on the back. They just painted the truck to match the Harley. But it's a nice touch though.
And the garage door. I don't want
Like I said, this is an old. I know that. So
I like custom roadster, bad cat.
like I said, I would call this bad boy Dracula. Black on the outside, red in the interior.
Is that like scraping it?
It's just drop down, you start up and raise up. But that's the
Oh,
point.
sorry, roadster.
Yeah. What you think though? That's nice. Like I said, I would call it Dracula, especially because of the back wings.
Can I even fit
I don't know, man. Honestly, no. You're a big
would that
garage.
have to be like the type of car like you park sideways?
Nope.
Can you
Well,
park in a garage?
that car would not fit in our garage. But they used to have those. But now, you say you want to see the shagging wagon, or AKA the Mystery Machine. I don't know, man. Mystery Machine Batman. Mystery Machine Batman.
Say we go Batman first. 'Cause it's-
Batman
it's
first?
close.
Okay. So when you go to the Batman display, this is the Batman I grew up on. This was the Batmobile.
Where's the real one? Probably lots of it.
Probably somebody that actually was in Hollywood. But it looked just like this, literally.
Yeah, excuse me.
That's funny, 'cause that's how the bat wheels look. Bat fire extinguisher. Those pipes in the back actually shot fire out.
You think that emergency bat turn lever actually works?
What?
That emergency lever actually works?
No. And I'll tell you why. Because in the original Batman, you pull back, the back wing came out to help it stop. So right. I don't think if you pull the lever.
You think the original car does that?
I'm sure it does. It has some type of mechanical thing to make it pop up.
Probably not that. Batman himself here, with the car. We're here all weekend.
And so like right here, that engine in the middle shot out fire. Those are parachutes to help stop it. But that shot fire and those on top shot fire in a TV show. So when he took out the back cable, there was fire coming out of there. Which it looked like this may do it. You see that little white piece? That's the igniter. So it might actually shoot fire. And it came out the top of those pipes too.
It's the same we turn on or just do that?
It probably something you flick a switch and make it do it. But and then you got the mystery machine.
Yeah, I must have dropped these cars. I don't think nobody's actually fitting those cars. Like
Oh, you fit.
Like this right here. Is this even driving?
Yeah. It's paddles.
Oh.
It's a paddle car. Something like you would do, I wouldn't, as an adult, I wouldn't get in there. I mean, why would I want to do that? You know what I'm saying? But
Cyclops.
you got Scooby.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see, look, doesn't it look like so nice and comfortable in there?
I guess.
Like, you just think about it. You got the speakers on the sides.
Mm-hmm. This one's been pimped though.
Huh?
I say this one's been pimped. Yeah.
Different.
Because the real mystery machine, the seats didn't go around to you. They were just like the station wagon. Yeah. So what you actually had was a real mystery machine. You had a 2-seater row going across right here. You had a 3-seater row going down, then it had the last row laid down to a bed.
I want to catch that.
And the mystery machine. Then this the Blues Brothers car. They used to sing and speakers and all. It's actually a movie called The Blues Brothers, but they were famous in Chicago. The Batman and Robin moped. So you could put our Rolls Royce in here. We had it. Left the doors open like that. Everybody else. The Batmobile, the bike.
Man, they meant the legend.
This Michael Jordan's Bentley. The thing is, I ask you this question: how famous do you want to be? That people say your car was actually owned by the famous soccer player. So the Bat Cycle, so what you have to understand is Batman rode the motorcycle, Robin stayed in the sidecar.
Robin on the side.
Yep. Funny, huh? What? Yeah, this is funny. This is a casket. You never noticed that?
You don't have to play the hero, 'cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat. You know I'll come
ICNV Drives Edition. Don't forget to hit that like button. Like I said, if this is your first time to the channel, you enjoy the content, subscribe. But as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you in these streets. Peace.